Hey family, welcome to Buzzworthy Veterans. I'm your host, Ant Stroud. Today I have the honor of sitting next to Izell Kirkpatrick with ConnectwithDr K.com. Thank you so much for being here today.
I'm glad to be here.
So here on Buzzworthy Veterans, we're all veterans or we support veterans in some way, shape, or form. Tell us a little bit about your veteran. How is that?
Well, basically, I served 8 years in the military. Wanted to retire. Unfortunately, I had a disability, I guess you would call it, 8 years in. And so I got out as a disabled vet and still serve my country now outside of the military.
Awesome, and we're definitely going to get to that because that's some interesting facts. If this man right here is a man to reckon with, okay? But tell us, you were Navy, Marine,
United
Navy.
States Navy.
Okay.
I was a personnelman, PN2. I think they've changed it right now. But basically, I worked in the office.
Gotcha. So you're doing all our logistic admin stuff, and we needed pay and all that stuff. You would take care of all that. So you were the friend. You know, we had to be friends with you.
Yeah,
huh?
I had to be friends. And I did your marriage certificates, and then I did the divorce certificates too.
Definitely. There's a saying when you go in the Navy, you don't mess with your docs, which, you know, I'm a corpsman, so you don't mess with your docs, and you don't mess with the people that pay you.
Right.
So, you know, we'd be in the good seats.
Yeah, we was in the good seats, and the barbers.
There we go. Yes, definitely. Awesome. Where was your first station?
I was first stationed here in Jacksonville, actually, from San Diego. Got stationed here in Jacksonville. Didn't know anything about Jacksonville, and got here the day after it snowed. So I still haven't seen snow yet, but I've been there ever since. But thankfully, my ship was stationed in Norfolk, so we were able to see, many parts of the world through the different cruises and things like that.
So. That's awesome. So you said you're from San Diego originally?
Yes.
I grew up in San Diego myself.
Oh, awesome.
What area?
Right off of 33rd and Ocean View.
Okay.
Right by the base.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Where
I grew up a little bit of everywhere. Little hops here, Claremont's here in Mesa.
Yep.
Then obviously made the jump to North Park. Then the Spring.
Okay.
We eventually started hitting the east side with the Spring Valley and all that.
I went to school in La Jolla.
Oh, okay. Oh, you fancy. You
yeah, I
fancy.
love
Okay. All right. Tell us a little bit about Connect with Dr. K. How are we connecting? Why are we connecting? Tell us about that.
Well, Connect with Dr. K was birthed out of basically a conglomerate of businesses that I have, and I thought it would be easier to just have people connect, and then I can see what they need. I consider myself an equipper.
Okay.
So I have different resources, whether it be life insurance, whether it be taxes. We do business consulting. I've launched probably about 10 to 15 businesses a year, different people that come to me and just need to know how to get started.
Okay.
So we do all of that. I'm an author as well, and just wrote a coloring book.
Really?
For kids.
Okay, what's it called? Because Christmas is coming up. What's the book?
The coloring book is called Ike the Puppy.
Ike the Puppy.
Yeah,
all
my
right.
middle name is Ike, so it's kind of about my life.
Okay, yeah, awesome. I'll definitely have to check out that coloring book. So tell us, how did this come about? Like, because like you said, there's a plethora of services you can provide to vets or any member of the community.
Right.
How did that? I'm sure it didn't just all jump into that.
Right,
Where did it start? What was the vision?
Well, I got a love for computers from the military. Being down there working with the computers, and so from that, I went to school as a computer engineer. Computer science. I got my degree in that. And then from there, I started getting into entrepreneurship. And when I got out of the military, that's one of the first things I went to is computers, entrepreneurship, computer repair, which is also one of my companies, and just started wanting to help people. And so my biggest thing is wanting to make an impact on the community.
Gotcha.
And so however I can service them. So my different skill sets kind of brought me to these different areas.
Gotcha. So you started with one, but you recognize the need of the community.
Right.
And then you just say, instead of trying to look up in the yellow page, you're going to be that source. You're going to be that go-to.
Absolutely.
You know what it reminds me of is with our PSs in the military.
Yeah.
They don't just do one thing. No, they got to do everything. All those different programs and stuff, they got to be familiar with that. So it seems almost as if like the Navy equipped you, or you had the mentality to do that, so the Navy trained you to do that there, and you just figured out how to do it in the civilian sector.
That's exactly what happened.
I love it. I love it. So any vet getting out, there's a way for them to connect whatever they did, some sort of fashion, how to connect that to a civilian sector job. And it sounds like you potentially could help them with that.
Absolutely. The biggest thing when people come to me is I want to help them find out what their niche is and what they have a passion about. And then how can we make that passion fit a need?
Absolutely.
Because in order to be a successful business, you got to be meeting a need.
Well, I say this all the time. Your passion can support your lifestyle. We just have to figure out how.
Absolutely.
That's a great thing. And thank you so much for what you're doing in the community.
Thank
if
you.
somebody wanted to get a hold of you and see how you can connect them to their future and better endeavors, how can they do that?
They can reach me through ConnectwithDrK.com.
Perfect.
Makes it easy. Or they can also call the office at 904-527-8626.
Perfect.
Either way will reach me. And on the website, it goes a little more in detail the different services I provide.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the family.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, family, if you want to connect with Dr. K, visit iwannabuzz.com. That's going to do it for this episode of Buzzworthy Veterans. I'm your host, Ant Stroud. Always remember, always family, always vets. See you soon.